Hey, everybody out there. Welcome to Stinky and Bunny Online. It's great to have you here again, or maybe for the first time. I don't even know. But it's great to possibly see you. Oh, I have to bring up the chats here. Just 1 second here. I'd love to see you. I'm Stinky, and right up over there is my good pal Bunny. Bunny.
Hello, everybody. Let's bring up those chats. Who's chitty chatting?
Lighten up the chat. I don't know yet. I forgot to even bring up the chats here.
Bring up the chats. Let's find out what the people are saying out in the world.
Yeah, let's do that. So how are you doing there, Bunny? How is your week?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Just the same old, or what?
Same old with a little new and then some old and then the same old. Different old and then same old again.
Oh, great. Oh, there we go. We got Scott Hicks out there.
Ooh.
Chatting. That's right. We love the chatting too. That's what makes this show different than a show that's not online like this.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and do the chats. And it's the
if you come to a live show and you just start shouting out things you think about the show, you're a jerk. But if you come to this show and you shout out things you like about the show, it's amazing.
Yay! Hey, you know what? Jake just reminded me here. He had gave you a picture of a whiskey glass there. I need to fill it up.
Whiskey time. Don't get the whiskey. Don't.
Oh, hey, Bunny. Oh, we actually got pretty big news to share with the people tonight.
Oh, that's right. We do have big news.
Yeah, we do. But first, let's cheers here. Just remind me to say the big news if I forget it. Cheers.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Oh, I was going to take off my glasses instead of my cigarette. There we go. Oh, that's good stuff. So, should we give the big news or should we do our theme song first? Should we do the theme song
first, and then the big news can redeem the theme song?
Okay, that sounds good. I'm Stinky.
I'm Bunny. And we are really funny.
Funny. And this is our
season 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. We need to do the season 2
season
song.
2. This is 2.2. This is episode 2 of season 2.
Yeah, or 52 from the beginning, if you want to count it that way.
And whoever our second guest is today gets a 222, the honor of a triple deuce. You're going to get triply deuced.
That's exciting. And talking about exciting, let's go in for this. Let's go in for the big news.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Boys and girls.
Start over.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen.
Boys and girls.
Oh, you're going to do the boys and girls?
No, you do. Yeah, you do it. You're fine.
No. I'll let you do it. I just didn't know you were going to do it. Well, you can share it.
Okay, let's go again. One more time.
Okay, here. Ladies and gentlemen.
Boys and girls.
We have exciting news for you today. It's been, we've been in this pandemic now for about a year.
Oh,
over a year.
Yeah.
And we haven't been on stage that whole time.
Yeah.
But we're actually going to be on stage doing a live show very soon, actually.
Oh my goodness. When?
Somebody would say too soon. May 14th, 15th, and 16th, ladies and gentlemen. You can watch Stinky and Bunny as part of the Apero Show.
Ooh.
Yeah. We had some guests on our show. I'll go back to a couple of months ago. The producers of the Apero Show. So we're gonna be joining them for that one weekend. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 14th to 16th. You can get your tickets at aperoshow.com. And if you're a Patreon, you have the VIP access code. You should have that. You can go to the Patreon site and get your VIP access there. And then I guess they get to meet us after the show, right?
Yeah, I think so. Or have to. Some you can look at it as get to, and some would look at it as have to.
That's right. The chat's just lit up about that. So
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
we're so excited. We are and we might be a little rusty. But I guess that's nothing new. We were rusty before.
Yeah, and it's okay because the people in the show are really talented and good. So
yeah,
either we will stand out as being really bad, or you won't even notice us.
That's right. Great. Oh, we had someone put in the beat me to it. Put in the link there for the apparel show. So go ahead in the chat there, and you can click on that link and come join us at the show. We'd love to see you. And like I said, patrons, go to the Patreon page and find that link. It was from like a couple months ago, but I'll put it back up there. I'm gonna put it back up there.
Yeah, get it in there.
Great. Whoa. You know what? Boom. That's exciting. But we gotta. I could talk about that all day. But
yeah,
we got guests that we should get to.
Oh, human guests.
Yes, human guests. Here they are, buddy. We have an Eric Angell.
Ooh, divine.
Two L's at the end of Angell, so it's Angell. Robert Cochrane and a Jon Paterson joining us today.
Oh my goodness, those sound like very interesting humans.
Yeah, I bet they will be. So we should go ahead and meet our first guest there, buddy.
Oh, well, let me give you some intro music to Eric Angell. And some other things to do.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you, Bunny.
Thank you.
There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, that is improv and sketch comedian and lover of both DC and Marvel Comics, Vegas local, Eric Angell. Welcome to the show, Eric.
Woo! Hey, Bunny and Stinky. Hi.
It's great.
Bunny and Stinky. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, season 2. Why not?
Bunny and Stinky, and mostly just Bunny.
Well, wait a minute. I'm kind of the driving force behind this whole thing.
I think you're great too, Stinky. You're great too.
Oh, what is that? Pickle juice?
This is a beer beverage in a mason jar.
Beer beverage?
A beer beverage in a mason jar. But if it was pickle juice, how would you sell that on the streets? Would you be like, come and get some dill sauce?
Yeah, I have a deal for you.
Well, isn't that so that's what the label says on the beer is beer beverage?
No, it is
like a beer substitute.
If you're okay with giving free advertisement, it's Bud Light. It's a Bud Light beer.
Oh, it's not free. They will contact us. They now owe us money.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. So yeah,
Good.
we do like to throw product placement there because we're hoping that one of them will send us a check for helping them out. And now I'm sure Bud is out. The Budweiser people are out there and seeing the sales just spike right now.
Boom, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
beer beverage is kind of like when you get those Easter candies that are like chocolate flavored.
Yeah.
And you're like, why isn't it just chocolate? Y'all ain't got no chocolate? Can't make no chocolate? You can get the flavor of chocolate, but you can't make chocolate?
I know it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But we should so Eric, so now your last name is Angell, but with 2 L's.
Yes.
Did I say it correctly though?
Angell? Yeah. It's Angell, I think. I think you could still if you want to, I think you could make the L's last longer. I think you could say Angell. I won't be
Angell.
Okay. Oh, you're roll the L's.
Angell.
Angell. Yeah. I am a little Italian, so maybe that helps.
Ooh.
Oh, a little Italian. Nice.
About like 2%.
Great. Well, we're happy to have you on our show, Eric. Now you're an improv and sketch comedian, huh? So are you doing any of that kind of stuff now?
Yeah. In fact, my group Bleach, I basically consider them my comedy group. We have a new show starting this Thursday. It's going to be every Thursday at the Vegas Theater Company. It's going to be at 7:30, and we're going to have improv, which is us, and then we're going to have different stand-ups. And
oh my gosh,
I know it's going to be amazing. This week we're going to have our friend Brandon Hahn. He's going to be our stand-up this time. And you could get theaters either on our Facebook page, which is, I believe it's Bleach Improv. You could find it that way. Or you could go to theater.vegas, and that's theater with an R-E, not E-R, R-E.
Theater. It's the real.
And the show starts at 7:30, and we're halfway sold out, maybe even more by now. So if you're going to get tickets, I'd get them.
Get on it. If you're getting tickets, get them, or you don't got it. And then sip on that pickle juice, baby.
All that sodium.
BYOPJ, baby.
And actually, people on the Facebooks and the YouTubes there, under Eric there, they have the Facebook event link there. So go ahead and head on over there for more information about that show. It'd be great to see you there. I need to get my ticket. Maybe we can do a road trip.
That'd be great.
That'd be great. So it also says here that you're a lover of both DC and Marvel comics. Now, is that a problem for some people?
I think so. I think there's like a little civil war, but I love comic books. I've loved them since I was a kid. I feel like they've helped me grow as a person. I feel like DC is characters that you aspire to be like, and I feel like Marvel has great characters that you relate to. And I feel like both are amazing things that a lot of people could relate to.
Wow. Now, do we have any comics lying around here, Bunny?
Just the ones we draw, just the ones we put out. There's no rivalries there. There's no competitive Stinky and Bunny comic like Bunny and Stinky.
Yeah, if you want to create one, though.
Yeah, if anyone wants to create a comic to rival our comic, we're happy for rivalries.
Exactly.
Who's your favorite character, Eric Angell?
Marvel, Spider-Man all the way.
Okay.
And DC, I'd say it would be the Flash. I think he's a super fun character.
That's fair. He's fast. He's very fast.
He's a Flash, right?
Yeah. I relate to him. Being a bunny, I relate to him.
Super fast. He can go through walls. He solves crimes. He's kind of like he has like the detective work of Batman and the hope of Superman.
That's a great way to put it. You know, there's certain parts of our trailer, if you push hard enough, you'll go right through that wall. So I'm kind of like the Flash.
I think so, yeah. It's like the whole bunny and the, or was it Hare in the tortoise story? That's all about being fast. We know
that malarkey, that age-old malarkey. That tortoise never won that race.
Fake news.
Fake news. Fake. Hey, recount. Hey, Eric, we have a question for you. It says, does Eric own colorful spandex?
Do I own colorful spandex?
Yeah.
God, I don't. I wish I did though, because I would put them on right now and parade them around, but I don't.
Well, now, Eric, I know you like the Flash. Is that the power you would take if you could get the power? Like if you would be bitten by a radioactive lightning bolt, if you could?
Yeah, 100%. Because he could go back through time.
That's your power you take?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
How far back?
I think he could go at any point of time in the future and the past, to where it began to where it ends. He's super overpowered. Is
he in control of it, or is he like, he runs real fast and then he ends up taking the SATs again and he's like, no?
Well, what you learn is that when you go back in time, things happen the way they were supposed to be. So when you fix them, it all gets ruined. Kind of like a butterfly effect.
Oh, that's a good life lesson.
Yeah.
Like every time Stinky tries to fix the toilet, things get ruined.
Yeah, it just gets worse. It just gets worse.
Yep.
Is that how you...
We get other people's flushings. Can you believe that?
Is that how he got the name? Stinky, is that how you got the name?
Yeah. It's part of it, for sure. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. So you heard it here here first, folks. And then we get other people's flushings in there. And the thing is, we're in an RV, like we're in an isolated unit.
Yeah.
So someone's piping.
Yeah.
in.
So I don't know how it happens, but it's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah. And we're trapped in this space. But hey, Eric, though, getting back to this spandex out here, it's in the chats here.
Yeah.
Would you like some spandex, and if so, what size? So you have you have a fan out here, I guess, that wants to suit you up.
Okay, well, I'd love that. I think that my waist is 34. That helps. I'm a 34 waist.
Okay.
That's all you need.
Here.
That's all they need. They need your waist, and that's it. They'll be able to get the whole thing figured out.
Is there a length thing? Sorry, I hardly clothes shop right now.
Don't tell them anymore. Don't tell them anything else. This is a challenge. Take the video feed that we have and know that he has a 34-inch waist, and you make it fit. That's your challenge, whoever that is out there.
Yeah, it's a Scott out there. Hey, we have a question too for you. Hulk versus the Thing. Who wins, and who do you want to win?
Ooh, okay. Well, the Hulk will always win against the Thing.
Oh, yeah.
He's just way too strong. I would love to see the Thing win once, just to give Ben Grimm, that's his real name, 1 W. And technically he did, but it wasn't the original Hulk. So can you really say that, counts?
That's true. That's true. That's true. I thought you meant John Carpenter's the Thing. And I was like, I don't know. That's tough.
Oh, wow.
That's tough.
Yeah. I don't know. Because
that. What if he looks like the Hulk, but he doesn't know the Hulk's life? And then someone's like, oh, Hulk, does this make you angry? And he's like, no, I'm fine. And then they're like, we know it's you, the Thing. We know it's you. You're standing in line at the DMV and you're not angry yet? We know you're the Thing.
Yeah, that's not the Hulk.
No.
Hulk's always angry.
That's one thing comic books, I guess I just never really had the time. And you'd think I would really have a lot of time.
Yeah.
But I guess that's just not how I chose to take my time. But I should. So we did. Hey, they used to. Now, when I was a younger person, they used to sell like comic. You go into a gas station, there'd be comic book. That's not the case anymore, right? It's like you got to go to a special shop now, right?
Yeah, there's comic book stores, and I'd say very popular thing is also buying them digitally online. That's a very popular thing right now.
Yeah, I think it's because at some point people realize these are worth a lot of money. You can't just leave these out for some kid with chocolate fingers to touch them.
Yeah, they became the collector and valuable items, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any valuable comics, Eric Angell?
Ooh, valuable ones? Probably not. I didn't take care of them. I switched to digital because I was like, I'm a schlub who doesn't take care of their stuff. I am the kid with the chocolate fingers. I just grew in height, not in maturity.
Yeah.
But I'd say my most probably the one that I actually bought was there was a huge storyline called Doomsday Clock where they match Superman with Dr. Manhattan from The Watchmen, if you know what that is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, so Eric, you're it says you're a Vegas local here, so you live in Vegas now. You're born here?
Yeah, born and raised, yeah.
Look at that. Born and raised in Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, and going to be performing at the Vegas Theater
Company.
Vegas Theater Company. Vegas Theater Company in Art Square, downtown Las Vegas in the Arts District there. So there's a link actually to get tickets. Someone put it in the chats here. So go on and get your ticket. Like we said, it's pretty close.
Yeah, you better be fast like Barry Allen. Get in there.
Yep. Boom. get on in there like the Flash, right?
Yeah.
Get in there like Barry Allen. Say it, Stinky.
Thanks, Bunny.
Get on in there like Barry Allen.
Get in there like Wally West.
Oh, you're pulling out all the stops.
Yeah.
Get
Well,
in there
Eric-
like Scooter Magruder.
All right.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Scooter Magruder. He was super. He had like the super fast powers, right?
Oh yeah, Scooter
Mhm.
Magruder. He'd
Yeah.
eat at a questionable Mexican restaurant, and then he was the fastest man alive.
Boom, boom, boom. Yes. That we should write that. If it hasn't been written, but it sounds like it has. Well, Eric, you know what? It was fantastic to talk to you.
It's been a pleasure.
Hopefully I'll get this. Hopefully by the time the show's done, there'll still be tickets available and I'll be able to grab one. Maybe I'll do it during the show. And hopefully I'll see you out at the theater on Thursday, but don't go anywhere because we're going to come and talk to you again at the end of the show. So
Okay.
you keep on that Bud Light there and we'll talk to you in a bit, but fantastic to talk to you. And we're going to go meet our next guest.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
So much. Bunny, can we get some intro music for our next guest?
Do 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 wow 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 wow.
Beautiful. He's an award-winning filmmaker and PhD student at UNLV. Please welcome Robert Cochrane.
Woo!
Guys, great to see you.
Robert,
Hello.
thank you so
Hi.
much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here. I really appreciate it.
Are you drinking out of a baseball bat?
As a matter of fact, I am. This is my ice cold beverage and
That's beautiful.
swig for the fences. That's what they say. These cute guys who make these things right out of a bat. Swig for the fences.
That's
Wow.
pretty cool.
So what are you drinking out of that bat there, Rob?
It's well, they encourage beer, so I hate to go against discouragement. This is going opposite of Mr. Angell. This is a Coors Light. So I don't.
But
I
it's
don't-
still a beer beverage.
Yeah.
A
It's
beer beverage.
a beer beverage.
Coors Light.
Yes.
Nice. So now, I see your hat there and I saw you drinking out of a baseball bat. Do you like the sport baseball at all?
It's a giveaway. It's a dead giveaway. I'm a junkie for it, and I apologize if I'm a little down. My A's lost a tough one here in the ninth inning just recently tonight, so it just gets you a little bit when you're
Yeah.
But tomorrow's another game, new day. It's a great thing about
That's
baseball.
it. I've heard that
Yeah.
about baseball, that not only is tomorrow another game, but then the next tomorrow, and then like 30 more, and then 100 more.
There's a lot of them. Yes, there
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, And how they play 164 games, is it?
162.
162. Now the thing is, do you know much about the history of baseball? Like how do they come up with that number of games?
So there were 154 up until like the early 60s. And I believe it was, like most things, TV type contract opportunities that, owners said, hey, more games, more money. So that's how it evolved to that number. But I don't know how they got to 154. I'm not sure where they started that. It was.
I think they were all in a room and they were like, how many games should we play? And somebody was like, I think football does like 150. And someone was like, yeah, that sounds right. And they just jumped on it.
It's yeah, we're in the ballpark, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Well, now baseball was one of the first professional sports out there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where people actually got paid to play.
Right.
Which is pretty, a lot of, see, I know things, Robert. I know
Yeah.
things about the balls.
When it started, there was no ball and it was just called Get Off My Lawn.
Mhm.
And you just chased people through the grass.
with the bat. And then they went home, right? You chased them home.
Uh-huh.
And
You
that's
chased them
the whole idea.
back home.
Yeah. And then,
Did you call that
that
bunt?
whole,
And
I
that's how
know,
they knew they were safe. And if
Yeah.
you caught them, they were not safe.
if you tagged them and beat them with your bat. But they got the whole beating with the bat thing taken out,
Yeah.
which is good. So yeah, that's, ladies and gentlemen, we just gave you a history lesson on the origins of baseball. Maybe
Stephen,
we should make-
Stephen, if you're out there, get on our Wikipedia page and do some adjustments, please.
sounds good. Baseball historians right here. So yeah, Robert, you're a award-winning filmmaker. So what award did you win, and for what filmmaking did you win it for?
There's been a couple things. This has been a lifelong passion, and over the last 25 years, started making some narrative type films first, and went from making a pretty silly comedy to an edgy urban drama that got relabeled by the production company and distribution company, and those won little local awards in LA, and then the documentary side kicked in, which is where the baseball stuff went to, and that's where some nice film festivals, the Phoenix Film Festival and Riverside Film Festival, Beverly Hills and Palm Beach, a couple other ones recognized us at some point. And that's turned into a whole series of films called Boys of Summer. There's 3 of them now. We're working on the 4th, and that's been probably the longest running of the films I've done.
Oh my goodness!
Wow. So yeah,
are those films about basketball? I'm just kidding.
After the big baseball setup, that's how you get them, Bunny. You just
you get them
right by them, go, and that's what it's really about is basketball. You see how that works? Yeah, they're baseball, absolutely. I mean, at the heart, it's me and Dad. Dad was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2001, and that got us into saying, what's life about? What do we want to do? And we had always had a dream of seeing all the ballparks together. And I rewatched Field of Dreams in 2004 and bawled my eyes out, saying, oh, geez, he didn't get to do what he wanted to do. And I said, that's not going to happen to me and you, Dad. And so we hit the road and drove 20,000 miles in 2 months and saw a game at each of the 30 major league ballparks together back in 2004. That was the first of the series. And
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm telling humans this all the time, because as a bunny, foxes are everywhere. They're literally everywhere. You never know. You never know when today's your day. You got to get out there and follow your dreams and do something that makes you happy, humans.
That's it. I couldn't agree more, Bunny.
Yeah.
Now, the important thing, Robert, is what was your? You went to all 30 ballparks. Did you come out with a favorite park?
Well, the kind of cliche for the baseball fans is Fenway because of the history, like we talked about that back when they played 154 and even less probably. Fenway's an amazing place. The people of Boston are incredible fans, and they shut the block down and they go crazy, and it's just a party as much as a baseball game. It's a cultural experience, so that was pretty cool. The one people know less about is Pittsburgh. PNC is absolutely a beautiful little park, and any baseball park that fits its city, it brings out the culture in interesting ways, and the people and fans sit next to each other who might be from all different walks of life, and yet you have a beer and a hot dog together, and it's a great thing, and you're all cheering and going crazy, and you forget about life for a little while. It's fun.
Yeah, great. So that was okay. But which one has the best concessions? Which one is like
what are the tastiest snacks?
So San Diego, without a doubt, Stinky Bunny, get yourselves to San Diego. They have an executive chef there that doesn't want you to see the baseball game. His food's that good. We went to one game where the exec chef, he took us on a tour, and we literally didn't sit down until the 7th inning. He gave us 9 different kinds of food, stuffing my dad and my son, with everything from burgers to tacos to sausages to sushi to ice cream sandwich. And he wanted to feed us more, but we were bursting at the seams. And so the variety and the quality of food, Petco Park. And by the way, they allow dogs. I'm sure bunnies are allowed. Absolutely sure. They're very friendly. Petco Park.
Yes,
finally.
The name. It's in the name of the park. Definitely. I don't mean to call you a pet.
No,
Bunny,
I get it. I get it.
I know you take offense to that sometimes when I call you my pet, but you're my sidekick. You're my sidekick.
Oh boy.
Sidekick. That's worse somehow.
Yeah.
What?
Thank you, Robert.
I'd rather be a pet than a sidekick.
Yeah.
Really?
I would. I really would. Like my pet could be a term of affection.
How about partner?
Partner. Beautiful. Neutral.
I don't know about that. But sidekick though, sidekick is like your side. I mean, side by side, right? And so you're.
I think Eric Angell could tell us later that sidekicks don't get a very good rap in the comics.
Okay. Well, that's the thing. Okay, we'll talk to him after the show then. But Jake here pointed out that you'll have to probably be on a leash. Is that true? Would the bunny need to be on a leash, do you think?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say no. Based on the behavior I see of Bunny here tonight, I think he's a free-range bunny. I really do.
Thank you. Thank you. A little bit of trust goes a long way with a wild animal.
I do. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. So Robert, what have you been? So you made these documentary films. It's great. You know what? I want to ask one more thing about the ballpark thing.
Sure.
That you did. Is there a game that you saw that was like a standout game? Like it was. Do you have a game that you saw live that is like the game that you'll always remember?
The weirdest game was in Montreal. It was the last season that Montreal had a team in 2004. And we go in there and we had a hard time getting it. It was a bizarre stadium. It was Olympic or Olympique. Everything's in metric, of course, and in that part of Canada, and nothing's in English. It's all in French, which nothing wrong with, but I just don't speak the language. So I was trying hard to figure out where we were going. We almost got arrested for parking in the wrong place. We get in there and, it's the second inning and the Expos are already down. No, the Mets, they were playing the Mets. The Mets are already down like 7-0. The game's already out of control. This big orange thing, Bunny, you might like this, wild animal. They had a mascot named Yuppie. And I don't know what that means in French, but he was jumping around and had an exclamation point next to his name. So it was really emphatic. And Yuppie was the mascot. There was a stripe on the ceiling that looked like the side of a soccer ball. We saw they ran out of pitchers, the Mets did, so their right fielder, Todd Zeal, comes in and starts throwing in the 9th inning, and he's throwing 60-mile-an-hour meatballs up there. The whole game was nuts. It ended up being like 21-5 or something like that, and there was all of about 3,500 fans there. Very passionate 3,500. But yeah, they saw the writing on the wall that the Expos were to be no more soon. So that one.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, great. So it says here that you're now a PhD student. So it seems like you're doing great for doing what you're doing, but you want to be get yourself a PhD.
Well, I don't know that I wanted to. I wouldn't advise it as career advice to go back for a PhD at 50. It felt more like I compiled so much information about Parkinson's, but from working with my dad and the various community members, I'm co-founder of Parkinson's Place Las Vegas, and we've met a lot of people across the country, different Parkinson's groups, to where I said, I should try to elevate this, basically, get some scientific evidence behind the things that I think are effective. And one of the things I know we all love is improv. And there was a study on improv that said it had a positive effect on people with Parkinson's, put out by Second City and Northwestern. And I said, I need more research on this. And since nobody was doing it, well, I raised my hand, as I often do before thinking, and found myself smack dab in the middle of a PhD program. So that is the dissertation, is on the effect of improv and Parkinson's and on Parkinson's. And hopefully one more year and I'll be done. I'm going to publish my first paper this summer and 2 more research projects in the fall. It's been a hell of a ride. It's no fun trying to learn statistics at 50. But
my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never tried to learn it, and I don't think I ever will. But yeah, but good on you for taking up something that you're obviously very passionate about with the improv and Parkinson's and trying to make a change out there in the world. Not all of us go out and try to do that. So good on you. That's great. So what do you have you been going then? Have you been getting your PhD throughout this last year, like during the pandemic?
Just like every other kid, I've been frustrated online. We've been doing this stuff this way. Some to great effect, some to, pretty rough. There's some professors who have adapted well, and other ones who I've kind of punted and said, good luck, and go watch YouTube videos and read books. So it's been an experience.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh
It's
my
not,
goodness.
school's not easy to begin with. It's great. So now is that your everyday wear? Well, I guess they play pretty much every day. So you always with the A's gear on?
I try to represent as often as I can. You know, it is funny because, you know, in football, yeah, you dress up once a week and whatever. In baseball, because like Bunny points out, and you mentioned too, Stinky, that, you know, feels like 380 games in 365 days. So yeah, I could wear green and gold pretty much every day. But the nice thing is teams nowadays, basically every team messes with their color scheme. The A's can do their bright yellow, they can do white, they can do black, they can do variations. So I don't always have to wear the forest green. They have the Kelly green as well. They have the neon yellows, and like I say, everything in between. But short answer, yeah, I wear A's gear probably more often than my wife would like.
Yeah. And that
You just got to
is
get
there
yourself some formal A's, some business cash A's, some recreational A's, and then you're all set.
I like the way you're thinking. That is great. I have seen the Hawaiian shirt A's shirts, and you're right. Yeah. Thank you, Bunny. This is good.
Yeah.
Now, Robert, we got to move on pretty soon, but I just wanted to ask you that you've been carrying a baseball in your hand there.
This is good.
Yeah,
This is like a token. It's it's an old school. They call it. It's from the Vintage Ball Factory, and this is, like we mentioned, the history. One of the balls they used to play with back in the late 1800s. And honestly, because of, you know, us spending so much time in COVID world, you know, and on Zoom world, because of it, I sit here and it's a stress reliever, and you know, keeps me connected to the feeling of baseball and all that too, which I like. They're not like the traditional hard balls of today. This one has a little squish to it, which is fun too. So yeah, so I got you don't see it now, but I've got a mess all around me. And there's baseball stuff, and otherwise I've got a good friend in Wilson who hangs out with me, you know, sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I keep friends around. We all need friends, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cheers. Enjoy that Coors Light.
Thank you
So
for being friends.
let's talk to you, Robert. And ladies and gentlemen, you can go the Boys of Summer website. I think is one of the links in our show description there, so you can go check out Robert's films and keep tabs of what's coming up, because you're making the fourth right now. Is that right?
The fourth film is being made. We're having a big celebration at the Field of Dreams. Come to Dyersville, Iowa. Join us on July 25th. And we're going to have a big old celebration. It's the beginning of the fourth film. We're filming some other stuff, but we're going to have some celebrities there. Maybe the director of Sandlot, who's become a friend.
Oh my goodness.
The gentleman who played Kevin Costner's dad, Dwyer Brown, he might be there. We've just got some really fun stuff. A home run derby. I can tell both you guys are big swingers. You can go out there.
Oh yeah.
Raise some money for Parkinson's. I mean, it's going to be a good dueling piano sing along. Come on, it's going to be a great night, and more beers and dogs. So join us in Dyersville, Iowa. The actual Field of Dreams, the court, and everything. Come play with us, please.
Yeah. And is that an event to raise money for the film?
Well, it is to raise money for local Parkinson's groups. We're going to be working with the Parkinson's Foundation of the Heartland, and then another local group right there in Dyersville, a group from Clayton County. So they will raise money for them. For those, if you want to contribute to the film, we have a Kickstarter. Go to bosmovie.com. We'd love that. Thank you. You can get one of these cool bats or a cool T-shirt. Like
Ooh.
You know, he'll remind you. He's got this quote from the film says, relax. It's just effing Parkinson's, and you know. So he's trying to get people to not treat people with Parkinson's or anything else differently. It's okay. We can live.
Great. That sounds like a great time. Well, thank you so much, Robert, for joining us here today. And we're going to come back to you, though. We're going to come back to you at the end of the show for a question of the day. So looking forward to hearing that. Oh, yes. And now we should move on there, Bunny. Thank you so much, Robert. So go ahead and give us the intro to the final guest there, Bunny.
Wow, 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 wow.
He's an independent theater artist who's been traveling the North American Fringe Festival circuit for 25 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Jon Paterson.
Hey.
Woo!
Hello. Hello, hello. How are you two?
Nice.
No,
Good.
good.
Nice.
We're meeting some cool humans tonight.
I'm honored to be asked to be on this. I've been following you guys for, gosh, at least almost a year, I'd say.
Oh my gosh, a fan?
A fan, yeah, a total fan. Yeah. I think I'm
Wow.
peeking on my mic. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. There we go.
Never had many fans on our show. So thank you for being here. Glad you're here. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be a fan, go to patreon.com/Stinky and Bunny to join us at the after party, meet all these great guests. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the show. But John, it looks like you're in somewhere that's not a desert location like we are.
I'm from Canada. More specifically, I am from Vancouver. And I think I took a little mountain over there, a little ocean right in there.
Yeah, I got to see the water there. Nice. It looks like I've heard that that it's a pretty beautiful city.
I like it. Yes, I'm actually from a fellow Stinky named Darren, and I'm actually from his hometown of Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Oh my goodness.
Where the sun is bright, and there's certainly not an ocean, but there is a river, three rivers, and it's actually called Winnipeg. It's actually translated to muddy waters. And if anyone ever been to Winnipeg, you will know that you can't see the bottom of that river. Yeah. So I moved to Vancouver. No offense to Winnipeg, I still hold my allegiance to the hockey team. So, yeah.
Oh, there you go. So you're not because out in Vancouver they got the Canucks, right?
They do. Boo. I'd actually much rather cheer for these guys than cheer for the Canucks. But I'm showing my allegiances over here as a Jets fan. But yeah, these guys are the first in the league. I don't know anything about Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. I don't know if anyone in Vegas even follows hockey. As a Canadian, I am. But yeah.
It turns out that Vegas is just really, really good at hockey. Who knew?
Yeah, who knew? Yeah. I know. Who knew? That
you get them on ice and they're like, this isn't so hard.
Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah. Like the Jamaican bobsled team type of deal.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. They just needed a little bit of exposure and they were naturals.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah. So anyways, it's good to be here. I just got to say a couple things because your show is so interesting that I've throughout the show, I was been listening to both of your guests, and I used to collect comics, but I only collected two comics. Captain America, and I was collecting around the iconic 350 issue, and Alf. So these are the two comic books that I would. This is classic because you had the John Walker versus the Steve Rogers, and anyone. Yeah. That was a classic episode, or I guess issue. And for some reason, I collected Alf comics. I don't know.
The show wasn't enough.
Show wasn't enough. It certainly wasn't enough.
It left you wanting. I like that he's about to sock old U.S. agent right on the face.
I know. Well, that's Captain. That's actually John Walker, who got hired after Steve Rogers quit. And now I'm going by memory here. And yeah, so after Steve Rogers quit, they hired this guy, and this guy had a temper.
Yeah.
So and
he looks like he's got a temper. Look at him.
The other piece of info from your last guest was UP actually still exists. UP is now the Montreal Canadiens mascot, and there you see him. And aside from Gritty, which is the Flyers mascot, who's just absolute bonkers, UP is almost just as nuts as Gritty is. So.
Oh my goodness, he looks crazy.
He is crazy. Yeah. But yeah,
I can't tell if he's covered in fur or if that beard has just gotten out of hand.
Yeah, let's check him out. Yeah, there we go. So I guess maybe he graduated. I don't know. He used to be the Expos mascot, but I guess he graduated to I don't know if he graduated but actually the Generals won the friggin' World Series. So there you go. So and when teams move, it's always sort of a heartache. We had a team, the Jets, and they moved to Phoenix. So we got this team from Atlanta. Anyone who knows hockey will know this, but I'm not sure. Vegas is still sort of like figuring out their hockey culture. But if you're in a city and you lose a team, it gives you a big, empty spot in your heart. And if they turn around and win a championship years later, it's almost more of a kick in the teeth. So luckily for us, the original Jets that moved to Arizona are still shitty. They've been shitty. Can I say shitty? But they're still crappy for like years, and they've never gotten good. But yeah, so yeah.
My goodness.
I could talk hockey all night. I'm not sure if you're
like when we lost Steve Rogers to John Walker.
Exactly. Yeah, I could keep talking hockey. Sorry, guys, get me on a roll, and that's it.
That's fine. I'm a bit of a hockey fan myself, so I know a thing or two about the hockeys. Yes. But yeah, because you had what am I saying? Because the Jets now used to be from Atlanta.
Yeah, the Thrashers.
Atlanta. It used to be the Atlanta, a long time ago, the Atlanta Flames. The Atlanta Flames are now the Calgary Flames.
Mm-hmm.
They got another team, the Thrashers, and the Thrashers moved to Winnipeg and became the Jets. So Atlanta's just
is Atlanta like that person who like dates people right before they get married?
It seems that way.
Atlanta gets a hockey team for like a season, like television. And then they lose them, and then they're successful in another city, and Atlanta just is stuck.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Yep.
Yeah. But John, I got what are you eating?
Oh, I got chocolate from we have a drug mart called Shoppers Drug Mart. And a side note, they deemed this chocolate bar important enough that they had a security tag on it, just so you don't.
Oh, good.
Steal it. So who knew? But I'm eating some chocolate, and I don't drink, so I made myself a shake. So yeah. Also, side note, I have a green screen, so I always find doing things like this like super fun. Like I just got like decapitated the head and
floating head. Vancouver floating head. Wow, look at that. Hey, you know what? We just had this is a guy. He's on our show. Chris Seacott. He does a calendar thing where it's the day every day is a special day. You know how that is, the national day of this and that. He just commented here that tomorrow is actually superhero day.
Oh my goodness.
Well, hell, I never got into DC. I hate to say it. When I was a kid, and you're kid, so you're subject to all this peer pressure, and the coolest kid in class was just Marvel, Spider-Man, Captain America, Avengers, and we always thought DC wasn't as good, and I don't know, it just sort of stuck with me, and I that's probably not. I mean, I like dogs and cats equally, so I can understand how someone can like things equally, but.
Did DC have a Captain America? I mean, I know Superman kind of stands for America, but he's really, I mean, I guess that's a very American ideal that an alien comes and becomes part of the country. Like that's the American dream, right?
Yeah, you might have to ask Eric about that because I'm not sure, but I mean,
but I don't know if they have like a cat, that character.
Yeah, well, I used to watch the old Christopher Reeve Supermans, which I did like actually. But as far as comics go, it was Captain America all the way.
Yeah. Is that if you could have any comic power, would it be the strength in that shield?
That's a good question. What would it be? It'd probably be. I used to want to be invisible, but the older you get, the creepier that is. No one wants to be invisible because then you can be invisible. What would you use that for? Robbing banks?
You want to be invisible? Go to high school.
Oh, you're bringing back memories. So no one really wants to be invisible. I gotta want to be invisible, but I think I'd probably do super speed. I think.
See, Eric says the same. Eric Angell loves the Flash, super speed.
Right, because you're never late for anything. Is my idea.
That's true.
But if
you are, the day that you are, you have no excuse.
Well, yeah, exactly. Oh, that's true. I mean, even if you're super fast, you could still sleep in, right?
Yeah.
So, you know what? Actually, no, I'm going to take that back. Time travel. That would be it.
That's it.
I don't know if anyone can do that. I guess Doctor Who, is he a superhero?
Kinda. He's got powers.
Yeah. But yeah,
He's got as many powers as Tony Stark.
I guess so. I guess Superman can time travel because he goes around the globe.
Yes, good. Yeah, super fast. Hey, John, I just wanted to get to a couple of things here. So you've done the Fringe Festival circuit, you said, for 25 years. That's great. So it's big in Canada, I know, right?
Mhm.
Those. And you also do something, a Fringe live stream. What's the Fringe live stream thing about?
So yeah, so it all sort of started with Fringe festivals, big thing in Canada, pretty big in America as well. Orlando's got one of the largest in the world, the largest in America. Minneapolis got a good one. San Diego actually has a pretty good one. So I've been doing Fringe, obviously, and then this thing called COVID hit, which canceled every Fringe festival because it's live theater, right? So the first people to sort of suffer the friggin', crap of the pandemic was live theater because you can't have crowds, and next thing you know, we're not working. So my whole summer was canceled. So I was like, oh, what the frig do I do? So I was like, okay, let's try to. I want to see if I can make an online sort of like platform for people to do it, but I didn't know what to do, so I just Googled how to put words on the screen. Like lower thirds is what they're called now, but at the time I didn't know what the frick they were. So I just like went down YouTube, like rabbit hole after YouTube rabbit hole, and learned about OBS software and live streaming and what you guys do, and just a bunch of all that stuff. And I sort of came up with the idea of, and no Fringes at the time were going online because they were still in like, what the hell do we do mode. So, and I had nothing at that point. This is a year ago. So I decided, well, let's just make something called Fringe Livestream, and we modeled it after a Fringe festival where it's like we have a lottery, anyone can get in. If you get drawn in the lottery, we'll put your show on the platform, we'll promote it, we'll sell tickets through Eventbrite for you, we'll pay you out, we'll promote it, so basically a lot of them are done over Zoom. It's supposed to be live, but we've sort of broken that rule. You can sort of record and bring it in. We're still kind of going. Like we have one coming up on the 8th, which is a cabaret. So yeah, I mean, it's sort of like, let's face it, we all want to go back to live theater, and in Canada, we're not even close. But I know you guys were talking about, there's some live shows coming up, and which is great. Like, thank you. Let's just resurrect theater again. But here in Canada, we're still sort of in the sort of thick of it. We don't have our vaccine rollout as nearly as quick, so we're still kind of going. We're still kind of doing the Zoom / Facebook Live / YouTube, Twitch shows. So yeah, that's sort of what Fringe Livestream is. You can go to fringelivestream.com, or if anyone's watching and has a show and they're like, I don't know how to do a show and I don't know how to get it up, but I have a show that I want to do, just email us and we can make it happen for you. So yeah.
Great. Well, that's good to know, John.
Yeah.
You know what? It was great to talk to you, John. Just looking at the time, we've been talking, all our guests, I think we chit-chatted for a long time because everybody was so interesting. So yeah, thank you so much, John. And thank you for the award for best effects from any one of our.
Yes.
So very well done. So thank you so much. We're going to stick you around, though. Don't go anywhere, John, because we're just going to go ahead and bring back Robert and Eric for our question of the day. Eric, on back. All right, there he is. There's Eric. Nice to see you. Nice to see you guys. Great. So here's time for the question of the day. Bunny.
Question of the day. Question of the day. Boop, boop. Question. He's gonna ask you. You're gonna answer it. Question of the day.
All right, here it is.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know who that was. What animal will inherit the earth? Oh boy, this is a deep one. We're going deep.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Eric, do you know which animal is gonna inherit the earth?
I'd say the dolphin.
Oh yeah, why is that?
I would say probably because global warming, unfortunately, it's gonna melt the ice caps. And we're gonna be a water world, and the smartest creature under the water is the dolphin. So I could only see that as the most, logical answer.
Wow. Okay. So far I like your answer. Robert, what do you think? What animal is going to inherit the earth?
Well, I first want to thank Eric for just bringing everybody down by talking about the impending apocalypse of the world, and also the apocalyptic movie Waterworld, which was terrible. With both those things in mind, though, I'm going with the giraffe because giraffes descended from dinosaurs, the Brachiosaurus, my favorite dinosaur, as a matter of fact. And I think even with a water world, they're tall enough and have room to grow, really, honestly, to where they could be both water and land animals at a time when the world is all filled with water. So giraffe, final answer.
That's good. That's good.
That is good. What about you, John? What animal do you think is going to inherit the earth?
I'm going to go with penguin. I'm after Eric had his explanation, I'm kind of regretting searching for a PNG about a penguin, but I'm sticking with it. They are resilient. Clearly, they live in Antarctica. They can survive in harsh conditions. So I'm sure when the apocalypse happens, it'll be pretty harsh. So, and I do like the Pittsburgh Penguins. So that's a side note. And so I would say a penguin.
Also, the way they're coloring, they're naturally, they're naturally like ready for a party.
Exactly.
They're not ready to like go with this.
The Oscars. They're ready for the Oscars.
They're civilized. They look very civilized.
Yeah. It's like, sorry, Bunny. I would have picked a bunny. I'm sorry, Bunny. All your kids.
It won't be bunnies. It will not be bunnies.
Oh no, I don't think they have a chance. Hey, here's what I think. I was just thinking. And it kind of fits in with, how Eric was saying the water and all that stuff. But I think it's actually going to be, it's actually endangered right now. He's the polar bear. And this is why, because once they're going to have to start finding other ways to feed themselves. And I think what's going to happen is they're going to come down south and start destroying us all. Because they're pretty massive.
They're one of the bigger bears.
Yeah, and I think they're just going to rip us to shreds and take over. It'll be a polar bear world. Maybe they won't be called polar bears anymore. Well, they'll have their own language, I imagine, and call themselves something different. But they will no longer be just restricted to the polar area. They'll adapt. Pretty scary. I think that's a movie idea. Actually, I'm gonna Steven, go ahead and write that down for me. Okay, I'm gonna get that screenplay done.
Write that movie idea down. Write that down. I'll tell you what, here's where I'm at with it. Dogs have been man's partner for as long as we can remember. They've been part of the home. They've learned man's ways. Cats joined along and learned how to live alongside humans. And I'll tell you, I think we had a sneak in the pile. Teacup pigs. Hear me out. They watched what was going on. They saw dogs adapt. They saw cats adapt. They understood that if I can get in that house, I'm not going to be bacon. If I can be important enough to those people, I'm not going to be bacon. And bacon is friggin' delicious. So if teacup pigs can figure out how to not become bacon, they can do anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think what is that? The book Animal Farm, the pigs were the ones that rose to power.
Oh yeah.
I read a book once because it was very thin. It was a very thin one, so I can get through it.
No animal has a more delicious butt, and they have found a way to not get their butts eaten.
Can I raise a point about bunnies, though, please? I mean, I know you don't think you're going to survive, but I don't know about if you know this, but bunnies really love to procreate. So if they knew what was happening, they could just like go into hyper procreation, and there'll just be so many that they could maybe just sort of take over the world.
That's the problem. You can't talk to them. They're always doing it. You can't get their attention for a second.
No.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for I think we've really. I imagine everybody out there is talking about this animals inheriting the earth, and which was the best option. And if you want to discuss this more with us, ladies and gentlemen, you can come to the after party. all you have to do is go to patreon.com/Stinky and Bunny.
That's
to
right.
be a patron, and I'll send you as quickly as I can. We'll get you into that party so you can talk to all of our guests here and you keep the conversation going.
You can tell
right
us what
now-
animal you think would survive.
There you go. We'd love to see you. It's always a really fun time, the after party. And these are some of the Patreons that are already that help support the show today. We have Dina Emerson, Vanessa,
Woo!
Ashley McCoy.
Woo!
So thank you so much to our Patreons for helping support us. And of course, you can get T-shirts, you can get stickers, right? You can get a hoodie, all that stuff as a thank you for joining our Patreon as well. So let's thank our guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to Eric Angell for being on the show. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Robert Cochrane.
Woo!
Thank you so much, Jon Paterson.
Woo!
It's great to have you all here. And we will see you again next Tuesday. Hopefully, join us here, same time, same place. And make sure you get your tickets for the Aparo show and everything else. All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.